Imagine waking up each morning to a sharp, unrelenting ache in your neck that lingers like a shadow, stealing the simple peace from your day and making every turn of your head a reminder of time's toll. As we enter our later years, beyond the age of 65, our bodies begin to whisper subtle warnings about the everyday items we once took for granted, items that seemed harmless but now reveal their true nature as quiet adversaries. What if the very pillow that cradles your head through the night, meant to offer solace and rest, is instead the hidden culprit behind that deep, persistent pain, twisting your comfort into discomfort and dimming the spirit that has carried you through so many seasons of life? It can weigh heavily on your heart, turning restful nights into battles and joyful mornings into struggles, eroding the independence and vitality you cherish. But amidst this challenge, there is a profound hope waiting to be embraced. Today, we delve deeply into 4 common pillows that you must stop using after 65, for they are hurting your neck in ways that accumulate over time, leading to unnecessary suffering. By recognizing and releasing them, you can reclaim nights filled with true restoration and awaken to days brimming with renewed comfort and ease. This life-changing truth holds the potential to transform your sleep patterns, alleviate hidden pains, and restore the gentle flow to your daily movements. Stay with me through every moment until the end, for there awaits the one pivotal insight that could shift everything, unlocking a path to lasting relief and brighter tomorrows. Now let us face the first harmful pillow with courage and clarity. Beware the soft collapse. This pillow, often filled with soft feathers or down, presents itself as a luxurious haven, inviting you with its plush, yielding texture that promises ultimate coziness and a gentle embrace. At first glance, it feels like the perfect companion for weary heads, evoking memories of childhood comforts or lazy afternoons. But beneath this appealing surface lies a significant danger, especially as we age beyond 65, when our necks become more vulnerable to misalignment and strain. Feather. Pillows, by their very nature, lack the resilience needed for consistent support. They flatten and compress under the weight of your head throughout the night, losing their shape far too quickly and leaving your neck in awkward, unsupported positions. This collapse creates uneven pressure points, forcing your spine out of its natural alignment and leading to twisted muscles that cry out in protest come morning. The consequences are not merely physical. They build gradually, resulting in persistent stiffness that radiates into headaches, tense shoulders, and even a general sense of fatigue that saps your energy for the activities you love. Many seniors find themselves starting the day feeling worn down rather than refreshed, their spirits dampened by this unseen betrayal that turns what should be restorative sleep into a source of ongoing discomfort. Yet, in this realization, there blooms a powerful path to healing and renewal. By choosing pillows that offer steady, unwavering support, you can ease this unnecessary burden and realign your body for true rest. Your neck, that vital bridge between mind and body, deserves the kind of alignment that endures through the hours of darkness, preventing the accumulation of strain that could otherwise lead to more serious issues over time. This simple yet profound change holds the potential to spare you years of quiet, accumulating suffering, allowing you to greet each dawn with a sense of freedom and vitality. Consider deeply how it would feel to begin your day without that nagging, intrusive ache. How your movements would flow more easily, your mood lift naturally, and your overall well-being flourish. The key to this transformation lies in recognizing the soft trap of these collapsing pillows before their harm deepens, urging you to act with wisdom and foresight to protect the precious comfort you have earned. Let me share a heartfelt, unique story about Robert, a 72-year-old retired teacher from a small town in Ohio, whose life was quietly unraveling due to this very issue. Robert had always been a man of routine and sentiment. His old feather pillow, passed down from his late mother, was more than just bedding. It was a tangible link to cherished memories of bedtime stories and family warmth. Each night, he would sink into its softness, grateful for the familiarity it provided in his modest home filled with books and photographs from his teaching days. But over the past few months, his mornings had transformed into ordeals. He would awaken to a dull, throbbing pain in his neck that made even the act of brewing his morning coffee a chore, his hand instinctively rubbing the sore spot as he gazed out the kitchen window at the familiar neighborhood. Why does it hurt so much now? He wondered aloud one particularly bad day, his voice tinged with frustration and a hint of fear as the ache seemed to seep into his thoughts, distracting him from the crossword puzzles he loved. His wife, Helen, noticed the subtle winces whenever he turned to speak to her during dinner, her concern growing as she saw how it dimmed his usual spark. The man who once animated classrooms with tales of history now hesitated to engage fully. One restless night, the pain sharpened dramatically, like a knife twisting in his muscles, keeping him awake as memories flooded his mind. The laughter of students during school plays, summer picnics with friends, and quiet evenings reading poetry. But the relentless discomfort pulled him back to the present, filling him with a deep sadness. I can't let this steal the joy from my remaining days, he thought determinedly, staring at the ceiling in the dim light. The turning point came the next morning when he confided in his longtime doctor friend during a casual phone call. Robert, those feather pillows collapse under pressure, the friend explained patiently, his voice steady and reassuring. They don't provide the stable support your neck needs anymore. It's like sleeping on a deflating balloon, leaving everything out of alignment. Robert felt a flicker of hope ignite within him, a sense that this was not an inevitable fate, but something he could change. Though reluctant to part with the sentimental item, he ventured to the local store and selected a firmer, more supportive pillow designed for better spinal alignment. The first few nights felt unfamiliar, almost foreign, as his head rested on the even surface without sinking away. But gradually, his sleep deepened, uninterrupted by the usual tosses and turns. Within a week, the persistent pain began to fade, replaced by a newfound ease. I feel like myself again, he confided to Helen one sunny morning, his smile broad and genuine as they shared breakfast without the shadow of discomfort. Soon, they resumed their walks in the nearby park, Robert's, steps lighter and his head held high, turning effortlessly to point out blooming flowers or chatting neighbors. Robert's story illustrates beautifully how acknowledging a small, everyday challenge and embracing a thoughtful solution can heal what once seemed like an endless affliction, restoring not just physical comfort, but also the emotional freedom to savor life's simple pleasures. To protect your neck from this soft collapse, take the practical step of replacing any feather or down pillows with ones that offer consistent, even support, such as those made from memory foam or latex that maintain their shape throughout the night. Lie down on your bed and check if your head remains level with your spine without sinking or tilting. This simple test ensures proper alignment, reducing overnight strain and promoting deeper, more restorative sleep that leaves you feeling refreshed and ready for the day ahead. If these words resonate with you, please comment number 1 below to show your support. Let us now transition smoothly to the next challenge, building on this foundation of awareness. Uncover the worn-out betrayer. Old pillows, those faithful companions that have served us for years, perhaps even decades, often become lumpy, uneven, and misshapen with time, their once uniform filling clumping together in irregular patterns that no amount of fluffing can fully remedy. They feel so familiar, like trusted old friends that have shared countless nights, holding echoes of past dreams and quiet reflections, making it hard to imagine parting with them. However, after the age of 65, when our bodies require more precise care to maintain balance and prevent injury, these worn-out pillows can turn into betrayers, pressing lumps into sensitive areas of your neck and allowing flat spots to let your head sink too low or too unevenly. This misalignment forces your spine into unnatural curves, building tension in muscles and joints that accumulates with each passing night, leading to a stiff neck upon waking that restricts your range of motion and makes everyday activities, like glancing over your shoulder while driving or turning to greet a loved one, sources of discomfort and hesitation. The physical toll is compounded by an emotional one, a growing frustration that can shadow your sense of independence, making you feel older than your years and less capable of enjoying the freedoms you've worked so hard to preserve. It is a subtle regret, the kind that creeps in quietly, born from clinging to the familiar at the expense of well-being. But herein lies the opportunity for profound healing and renewal. By embracing fresh, supportive alternatives, you can restore the balance your body craves, allowing muscles to relax fully and joints to recover during sleep. Imagine drifting into slumber on a surface that cradles you evenly, waking with a neck that moves freely and a heart unburdened by unnecessary pain. This timeless wisdom teaches us that letting go of what no longer serves us, be it objects or habits, opens the door to greater comfort and vitality. Do not allow sentimentality or habit to blind you to the harm these betrayers inflict. Instead, turn toward change with open arms and witness how the pain lifts, revealing a clearer path to peaceful rest and empowered living. Consider the touching journey of Patricia, a 68-year-old grandmother from a bustling suburb in Texas, whose devotion to her longtime pillow nearly cost her the joys of family life. Patricia was a woman of deep family ties. Her old pillow, purchased during her early marriage, had been with her through the births of her children, late-night worries, and countless holidays, its faded cover a testament to years of use. She would often pat it affectionately before bed, finding comfort in its presence amid her home adorned with grandchildren's artwork and family photos. But recently, her neck had begun to ache more intensely each morning, the lumps pressing uncomfortably as she rose, causing her to massage the knots with a sigh. "It's just the weight of age catching up," she told herself dismissively, though the pain made her irritable, shortening her patience during phone calls with her daughter. Her grandchildren's visits, once pure delight, now brought subtle challenges. She struggled to turn her head quickly to catch their hugs or watch their playful antics, wincing inwardly as the stiffness limited her engagement. One evening, after a family dinner where she could barely nod in agreement without discomfort, the pain reached a peak, bringing tears to her eyes in the privacy of her room. Memories surged, of baking cookies with her kids, dancing at weddings, and rocking babies to sleep, but the persistent ache overshadowed them, filling her with a profound sense of loss. "I miss feeling truly present and free in these moments," she whispered to herself, her voice breaking with emotion. The healing moment arrived when her daughter, noticing her mother's discomfort, sat down for a heart-to-heart talk. "Mom, that pillow is so worn out now," she said gently, her hand on Patricia's shoulder. "The lumps and flat areas are hurting your neck alignment. It's time for something new that supports you properly." Patricia paused, reflecting on the truth in those words. And though it tugged at her heart to set aside the old companion, she agreed to try a replacement. At the store, she selected a fresh pillow with even filling, free of clumps, and brought it home with tentative hope. The initial nights required adjustment, as the uniform support felt different from the lumpy familiarity, but soon her body responded gratefully. Sleep became more continuous, and the morning stiffness began to dissolve, like mist in the sun. Within days, the aches softened significantly, allowing her to move with ease. "I can finally play chase with the grandkids without holding back," she beamed during the next family gathering, lifting a giggling child into her arms without a single wince, her laughter ringing true and unencumbered. Patricia's experience serves as a poignant reminder that releasing attachments to the past, even sentimental ones, can pave the way for renewed strength and deeper connections in the present, transforming potential regret into triumphant healing. As a practical action step to counter this worn-out betrayer, make it a habit to replace your pillows every 1 to 2 years or sooner if you notice any lumps or uneven areas upon feeling them. Selecting a new one with consistent density ensures your neck remains properly aligned during sleep, effectively easing daily pain, enhancing mobility, and fostering a sense of ongoing well-being that empowers you to live more fully. Keep moving forward. You're stronger than you know. With this insight in mind, let us now confront another silent foe that lurks in many bedrooms. Escape the towering strain. Pillows that stack too high or boast excessive thickness often masquerade as symbols of luxury, their lofty profiles promising an elevated, almost regal sleeping experience that appeals to our desire for indulgence. They appear plush and inviting, drawing you in with the allure of sinking into abundance after a long day. Yet, for individuals over 65, whose necks and spines demand gentle, precise care to avoid overuse and injury, these towering pillows force your head into an unnatural upward bend, creating a constant flex that strains delicate muscles, ligaments, and joints throughout the night. This misalignment not only leads to sharp, radiating pains upon waking, but can also extend discomfort into your shoulders and upper back, making movements feel labored and contributing to a cycle of tension that affects posture and overall mobility. The challenge intensifies with age, as our bodies naturally seek lower-impact support to preserve flexibility and prevent chronic issues, turning what was meant as comfort into a source of escalating harm. The emotional impact is equally profound. A sense of vulnerability creeps in, as simple pleasures like reading in bed or enjoying a conversation become tainted by anticipation of pain, fostering a quiet worry that erodes confidence. But from this awareness springs a radiant light of healing potential. Opting for pillows with a lower, more balanced profile can realign your body harmoniously, allowing muscles to unwind and joints to rest without undue pressure. Picture yourself awakening with effortless grace, your neck supple and unstrained, ready to embrace the day's possibilities with open enthusiasm. This insightful revelation carries the power to avert deeper, more entrenched woes, reminding us that true luxury lies not in excess but in thoughtful moderation. Do not underestimate the harm hidden in height. Instead, pivot toward equilibrium and experience how swiftly the strain dissipates, ushering in an era of serene, supportive rest that nurtures both body and soul. Reflect on the inspiring tale of James, a 75-year-old veteran from the coastal hills of California whose preference for a thick pillow nearly overshadowed his hard-won resilience. James was a stoic figure shaped by years of military service. His towering pillow, chosen for its substantial feel, mirrored his belief in strength through solidity, accompanying him in his seaside cottage where medals and old letters lined the shelves. Each evening, he would settle in, appreciating the height that seemed to elevate his rest. But gradually, his neck began to protest with a constant pull, the mornings bringing a strain that made gazing at the ocean from his porch a mixed blessing. Beauty, tempered by discomfort. Why this unrelenting tension? He pondered one foggy dawn, his hand pressing against the tight muscles as memories of deployments and camaraderie surfaced, only to be interrupted by the ache. Friends extended invitations for fishing trips, activities that once defined his leisure, but now, turning his head to check the lines or chat, caused noticeable pain, leaving him feeling sidelined from the life he treasured. One stormy night, as waves crashed outside, the strain intensified to an unbearable level, evoking tears of frustration amid recollections of battles fought and victories earned. I've overcome so much. I won't surrender to something as mundane as a pillow, he vowed inwardly, determination stealing his resolve. The breakthrough came during a visit from his neighbor, a retired nurse with a keen eye for such matters. "James, that pillow's far too high," she observed kindly over coffee. "It bends your neck unnaturally, building strain over time. Try something lower for better alignment." Her words resonated like a call to action, prompting James to seek out a thinner, more appropriate option at the nearby market. Adjusting. To the modest height felt humbling at first, a departure from his accustomed elevation, but his body adapted swiftly, rewarding him with nights of undisturbed peace. The persistent pains ebbed away, replaced by flexibility that invigorated his days. "I'm back out on the water, feeling the wind without hindrance," he shared triumphantly with friends, casting his line with fluid motion and a renewed sense of freedom. James's narrative encourages us all to reassess what we perceive as supportive, showing that scaling down can actually elevate our quality of life, turning potential defeat into empowering victory through wise adaptation. For an effective practical step against this towering strain, select a pillow of medium height that keeps your neck in a straight, neutral position when lying down. Test this by ensuring your chin neither tilts upward nor downward excessively. Such alignment relieves built-up pressure, promotes muscular healing, and delivers tangible results in reduced discomfort and improved daily function. If this insight touches your heart, please comment number 3 below to join the conversation. Your journey to a better tomorrow begins with this step. Stay inspired. Finally, let us address the last peril with the depth it deserves, completing our exploration. Overcome the sunken trap. Thin or overly flat pillows, those minimalist options that promise simplicity and ease, often lure us with their unassuming design, suggesting a no-fuss approach to sleep that aligns with a desire for straightforward living. They lie low on the bed, appearing harmless and space-saving, perhaps evoking a sense of modesty or practicality. But after 65, when proper elevation becomes crucial for maintaining spinal health and preventing overextension, these sunken pillows allow your head to drop too low, stretching your neck muscles awkwardly and compelling them to compensate excessively through the night. This leads to soreness that greets you at dawn, a deep-seated ache that can influence your posture throughout the day, fostering slouching or compensatory habits that exacerbate the issue. The regret of overlooking such a basic element grows over time as ignored warnings manifest in diminished quality of life, where rest no longer rejuvenates, but depletes. Yet in confronting this trap, hope rises like the morning sun, illuminating the way forward. By incorporating pillows with adequate loft, you can mend the imbalance, ensuring your head is lifted to a neutral plane that allows full relaxation. Envision surrendering to sleep on a foundation that truly upholds you, awakening to a neck that feels supple and invigorated, pain dissolving into memory. This culminating truth unlocks the door to enduring comfort, emphasizing that elevation, in moderation, is key to harmony. Grasp it firmly and stride into mornings filled with promise and unhindered joy. Recall the poignant path of Linda, an 80-year-old artist from the vibrant streets of New York, whose flat pillow threatened to stifle her creative spirit. Linda was a lifelong creator, her studio apartment overflowing with canvases, paints, and sketches inspired by city life. Her thin pillow, chosen for its slim profile that fit neatly under her arm during travels, had been a constant for years, symbolizing her nomadic artistic soul. She would retire each night, head resting low, drawing comfort from the familiarity amid her world of colors and forms. However, her neck had started throbbing persistently, halting her brushstrokes mid-canvas and forcing pauses that frustrated her deeply. "The colors seem to fade when pain clouds my mind," she reflected one afternoon, staring at an unfinished painting as the ache pulsed, her hand trembling slightly. Family gatherings, rare but treasured, felt strained. She could not nod enthusiastically, in conversation or turn to admire a grandchild's drawing without discomfort intruding. One quiet, introspective afternoon, as sunlight filtered through her window, the despair peaked, bringing a wave of emotion as she reminisced about gallery openings, street sketches, and mentorships shared. "I need my inner spark back to keep creating," she resolved, her voice firm despite the tears. A turning point emerged during a chat with a fellow artist friend over tea. "Linda, that flat pillow is letting your head sink too much," the friend advised warmly. "It stretches your neck wrong. No wonder the pain persists. You need better loft for support." Inspired, Linda explored options at an art supply store nearby, selecting a pillow with just the right elevation to maintain alignment. The change was subtle yet transformative. Nights grew more restful, her head cradled properly without dropping, and the soreness gradually receded like retreating shadows. Her art resumed with vigor, strokes bold and inspired. "My palette is alive again, and so am I," she declared joyfully to her family, colors bursting forth on canvas as she moved with effortless grace. Linda's story underscores that elevating ourselves, literally and figuratively, begins with mindful choices, converting hidden traps into stepping stones for continued passion and fulfillment. To overcome this sunken trap, choose a pillow providing sufficient loft to keep your head in a neutral position, verified by lying down and observing if your chin points straight ahead without dipping downward. This adjustment ensures optimal alignment, diminishes hurtful stretches, and yields benefits in alleviated pain and enhanced vitality. As we draw this exploration to a close, let us warmly summarize the 4 perilous pillows we've uncovered. The feather one that succumbs to soft collapse, eroding support. The worn-out betrayer with its lumps and flats that misalign and strain. The towering height that imposes unnatural bends and tensions. And the sunken trap that drops too low, stretching beyond comfort. Each, in its way, can stealthily hurt your neck after 65, accumulating discomfort that shadows your golden years. But by vigilantly avoiding them and adopting wiser alternatives, you wield the profound power to heal, to safeguard your rest, and to unlock years of joy, mobility, and serene living ahead. What specific change will you commit to today to nurture your well-being and protect the peaceful sleep you so richly deserve? Drop a comment below and let us know one way you'll apply this wisdom in your life. Share your thoughts or a personal story in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs it. Let your wisdom light the way.